So let's just get right to it. Pieter, where the have you been? You haven't posted a video on YouTube in months. Are you dead? Did you quit YouTube? Have you perhaps been abducted by aliens? No, I'm still very much alive and kicking. I haven't been abducted yet, although that would have been quite interesting, and I have not quit YouTube. I thought I'd just address these questions and concerns straight out of the bat because I've been receiving quite a lot of them lately. The aliens one I made up. Okay, but so seriously, where have I been the past 6 months? And what exactly is the future of this YouTube channel and the Money Marx brand overall? This is what I will cover in today's video. It is not going to be a fancy one with a lot of edits or memes. It is just going to be me providing some insights into what has been happening in my life lately for those who are interested, because I do feel like it is important for me to provide some context around my leave of absence. Now, as some of you may know, I quit veterinary medicine to become a full-time financial planner. This unconventional decision was driven by a multitude of factors, and if you are curious to see what these were, you can go and check out this video. But the TLDR version of it all is I didn't really feel fulfilled in my career as a vet, and I acknowledged the calling to switch careers in order to help more people take control of their finances. It's been just short of 16 months since I made the leap, and I honestly have not looked back since. Right. So now that you are up to speed with things, how did the past year and a half play out? Well, I can honestly tell you that this move has been much more difficult than what I expected it to be. It wasn't as much the knowledge or the financial planning skills that I battled with, but more so trying to do the right thing in a rigid structure and environment that makes it incredibly difficult to do so whilst being financially secure. This very YouTube channel was born out of my curiosity and interest to better my own personal finances. And as it grew and started to gain a bit of traction, I realized that I was limited in my ability to really help people become financially secure, as I was not licensed to give any financial advice. I could only provide educational and factual information and hope that others will be able to implement what I teach. And so becoming regulated and licensed seemed like the obvious next step, right? Unfortunately, as soon as I stepped into the regulatory realm, I was not able to continue doing things the way I have always done. I now need to be very careful of what I say on social media, as I am not allowed to give financial advice to the general public. And by law, financial advice means the recommendation to implement, amend, or terminate a financial product. So in a way, I kind of felt silenced, because Pieter the vet, who could have said pretty much anything about any product or company, now needs to abide by the constraints of the regulatory watchdogs, which makes creating helpful financial content online fundamentally quite challenging. Apart from that, starting a new career from scratch whilst also studying full-time really does not leave much extra time for content creation. A standard YouTube video for me can easily take upwards of 10 hours to create. And if you are already working 65 to 70 hour weeks, there isn't much energy or mind space left to do creative work, especially if you also want to live a somewhat balanced lifestyle by making time for friends and family. My wife also convinced me to start running marathons with her, and I can honestly tell you this: training for long distance running is no easy feat either. See what I did there? Now, I am by nature someone that can easily pump out these 70-hour weeks and balance many things at the same time, but I'm also aware that it is neither healthy nor sustainable and will eventually lead to burnout. I tend to suffer from a horrible disease called shiny object syndrome and find it very difficult to say no to opportunities. But as my hairline receded over time, I came to realize that distractions oftentimes present themselves as opportunities, and by saying yes to too many things at once, I will not only get distracted from reaching my ultimate goal, which I will share in a minute, but I will also start dropping the ball all over the place. My ability to take on many different challenges at once is both my gift and my curse, because it oftentimes leads to overcommitments that I cannot fulfill. And of that, there are many. So I will be having some tough conversations in the next couple of weeks to trim down my commitments to what I can realistically attend to. Hence, I will be referring to November 2024 as the month of disappointment. But anyways, the last thing that scared me away from creating online content is the rapid evolution of AI and the rebirth of digital scam artists. It is scary how good some of these AI tools have become, and seeing that there exists a plethora of data on my face, voice, and to an extent my personality on the World Wide Web, scam artists can technically create an AI avatar that looks like me, that sounds like me, and that can speak like me, and then go and abuse the goodwill and trust that I've tried to build up over many years with my trusted audience by scamming people silly out of their money, pretending to be me. This has already happened before the boom of AI, where people created and continue to create fake social media profiles of me and then DMing people to sell some shitty get rich quick schemes, but at least most sensible people are able to discern that that is not me. But as AI becomes better and better, I'm quite concerned about what repercussions this might have for those who have built up social media followings. I think this is a space that needs serious regulation and intervention, because the social media companies couldn't give two shit about impersonation reports. I and many others have consistently reported fake profiles into oblivion, but nothing ever gets done about this. So building an online presence in today's day and age is obviously a large reputational risk to me as a professional, even though it is something that is completely out of my control. Alright, so what now, Pieter? You're just gonna quit because you are scared there's going to be 1,000 little Pieter minions running around in the metaverse scamming people? No. Another lesson that I've learned over the past 4 years of posting content online is that for every good intention, there will always be negative consequences. No matter what I say or post, there will always be someone that will disagree or hate on me. So the question I had to ponder on is whether it is worth the risk of disappointing maybe 1% of people out there in order to provide deep value to the other 99%. Because yes, that 1% may create AI bots that impersonate me to go and scam others who will then hate me without any good reason, but perhaps that is the price that I need to be willing to pay in order to reach my ultimate goal of changing 1 million South African lives for the better. There, I said it. I put it out into the universe and manifested it. As ambitious and maybe a little crazy as it sounds, this is what I believe my calling in life is, and therefore how I want to position and align my Money Marx brand moving forward. But in order to reach 1 million people, I need to become much more intentional and protective of my most valuable resource, time. This means I will need to cut off commitments that will not get me closer to this goal, which could perhaps, again, lead to some more disappointments down the line. 1% of 1 million is 10,000 people. As tough as it is for a people pleaser like myself, I will need to be willing to accept that 10,000 people may not agree nor support my decisions, but if that is the price that I need to pay in order to help 990,000 other South Africans, then it really should be a no-brainer. So what does this really mean practically? I'm going to need to limit the amount of financial planning clients that I can realistically serve on a one-on-one basis, as that is currently my biggest time commitment. I do wish I could be more accessible to more people, so an idea might be to create a one-to-many model in the form of a community where I can cover various financial topics in weekly live webinars with Q&A sessions at the end. This way, we can all learn from each other and contribute value within a safe space of like-minded people. There is still so many financial topics that I want to cover. I literally have a list of well over 50 video ideas. So I also need to be more intentional to continue creating free content on my various social media platforms. I want to use YouTube to cover financial topics in depth, like guides and tutorials, and then the short form platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook to create skits and infographics. That way I can break financial topics into easy, understandable formats that can be consumed in many different ways. Now, I'm personally very excited about the future of the Money Marx brand, and I do believe that it can become the Sapphire version of Ramsey Solutions. It's going to take a ton of work and dedication, but this is the vision that I have to build a better South Africa for us all, where talking about money can be fun again, and where we can all help uplift each other by sharing our knowledge and financial insights. But I can't do this on my own. I need your help. I need to understand what you guys want to learn most about and what financial problems you face every single day. Because the more I can understand that, the better I can curate my content and add value to all of you legends. So if you want to help me realize this crazy dream of mine, then please fill out the short survey in the description below. If you've watched this video all the way to this point, then I know that you are one of the OGs of Money Marx, and I want to personally thank you for your support. I may not always be able to reply to each and every comment because, time, but I do read all of them, and I've realized again just how much value there already exists within this community of like-minded savvy South Africans that are all eager to take control of their finances. It is both a privilege and an honor for me to be able to create content online, and your trust and support is something that I will never take for granted. I'm really sorry that I've been missing in action the past 6 months, but now that my business is at a point where I have more time available, I'm going to double down on my content to create something magical that we can all share and build together. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a lekker week. Cheers.